All right. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for saying good morning, Hiawatha. I know you're not on right now, but when you're going to listen to the replay, I am here and I'm doing well. How are you doing? How are you doing? So who's on here? Who is here? Who's viewing me right now? Write it in the chat box. It's it's a little bit of a cloudy day today here in Elliott Lake, not the best, but that's okay. We're going to change that, right? We're going to change that. So I want to welcome you all. My name is Linda G. Robert. I am your back in the groove again coach. It is Friday, so happy Friday to you wherever you're tuning in from. Now, if you've been following along, or maybe you even have my newsletter, you'll know that we are now done with April theme. The April theme was rejuvenation, and now, may I have a drum roll, please? We're stepping into a brand new uplifting theme for May: joy and laughter. And you're going to ask yourself, why do we have to talk about joy and laughter? Well, let's be honest. Life can feel really heavy sometimes between deadlines, and sometimes it's self-imposed deadlines, I may add, in my case, obligations, and what we hear on the news and everything else that we pile on to our plates. We forget how good it feels to just laugh. That's it, just to laugh, right? And laughter isn't just about cracking jokes. In fact, I'm not a joke teller at all. But it is one of the fastest ways. Laughter is one of the fastest ways, more natural ways to shift our moods and to boost our energy. Now, science backs me up here on this one. Laughter lowers stress hormones. It improves immune function, and it even relieves pain. So, yeah, your Netflix comedy binging, right, is technically self-care, especially if you're watching some funny things and you're laughing and you're going, wow, what was I even upset a few minutes ago, right? So you want to keep that in mind. It's considered self-care. So today I wanted to kick off our month with a video that I did, a few years back. And this one is called The Power of Laughter Yoga. And trust me, it will lift your spirits, even if you feel a little silly at first, which is totally normal. I do invite you to participate, to lean into it. We have to stop taking ourselves so seriously. Once in a while, we need to not take ourselves that seriously, and we need to laugh about ourselves. And I do get into more of that in my new program, Mindful Moments, but I'll talk a little bit more about that later on. All right, so let me share my screen with you. Absolutely, Hiawatha. It's good for the souls. That's why, yeah, well, absolutely. Laughing is good for our soul. And sometimes a good belly laugh hurts as well. And you might be doing some belly laugh in just a few minutes, but you'll see it hurts, but it's because your stomach is actually, your muscles are actually moving, right? You're doing some exercise as well. So I'm going to bring this video up on the stage now, and I will share the sound. I hope you can hear it. I'll be asking you if you can hear it. So let's get it started. This was done a few years ago. Let's get it going. We're going to do a little bit of laughter that's related to the virus. My name is Linda, and thank you for joining me. I think you'll have to pay a lot of attention because it's not that loud. Let's start with a nice deep breath. Let's take some nice deep breaths. This first laughter is just a greeting, and it goes something like this. This is the greeting laughter. Take a nice deep breath again.
Nice breath in and breathing out. The next laugh, I'll call it my sneezing laugh.
This is called the
And it will
sneezing
go
laugh.
something like this.
I call this the sneezing laugh. Thank you. The sneezing laugh. So
All right, your turn to try it with me.
try it with me now.
1, 2,
You're forcing the laughter here. Okay, you're making it on purpose. That's what we're doing here.
All right.
All right. Take a nice deep breath
Take a
again.
nice deep breath in and out.
And I hope you're doing it with me. I hope so.
And out.
Just a few more.
The next laugh, I call it my washing hands. Because we've done a lot of sneezing. Now we have to wash our hands.
This is the
And it's
washing
something
hands.
like this.
We have to wash our hands. We've sneezed. Now let's wash our hands.
Are you ready? 1
Try it with me.
and 3.
Scrubbing the arms. That's right. Continue to do it with me. Coughing. I continue to cough.
Nice deep breath.
And take a nice deep breath again.
And out. One more deep breath in. And out. The next laugh, I'm going to call it the cuckoo laugh, since we're all supposed to be in isolation and hiding ourselves. We might want to go cuckoo.
So this was done during COVID. So now we're trying to do
All
the
right,
cuckoo
let's try
laugh
that.
since we're supposed to be
1,
hiding.
2,
Cuckoo.
3.
Cuckoo. breath in again.
And out. And another deep breath in.
Another deep breath.
And stretch. And out.
All right. I'm going to stop
And
it
this next,
here. I think you get the idea, right? You get the idea. So tell me, when I was watching myself laugh, I wanted to laugh too. Laughter is contagious. So tell me in the chat box, what was that like for you? Either you participated or you didn't, but how was it to hear me laugh? Did it make you want to laugh? Did it bring up a smile? Tell me more about that. How was that to hear some of the laughters? Good morning. You missed our laughter, but we'll be doing some in just a few minutes. Yes, yes, absolutely. Great. That's great. Wonderful. So we're going to do a little bit more laughter in just a few minutes. I want to get an idea of what it was like to either do it with me, to laugh with me. Oh, great. Thank you, Hiawatha. It brought a smile to your face. Don't even a smile that will stretch your mouth muscles. So even that helps to release some feel-good hormones as well. So that's a really good thing. All right. So let's keep going. Sometimes when we're laughing on purpose like this, it might feel a bit awkward. Okay, it might feel a little bit awkward, but you'll notice after a while when you do it that it doesn't feel as awkward and that you're actually smiling, or even better, you might even be laughing as well. And that's part of the magic of laughter yoga. You don't need to have a reason to laugh. You could choose to laugh. The brain does not know the difference between what's a real laugh and what's a fake laugh. It will still release those feel-good hormones. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. And that's a simple way of, managing your day. If you want to bring a little bit of laughter to your day, start laughing. Right? Nothing was funny, but I started laughing. So here's what I want you to remember about laughter and about joy. You don't have to wait for something funny to happen. You can create those moments. Laughter breaks tension, it softens stress, and it helps to connect people. Have you ever noticed that when you are laughing with other people, somehow you feel connected with them? Have you noticed that? When you're watching a good movie together, you're with some friends and you're watching a comedy and you start laughing together, you feel closer to them because each person is then letting go, releasing those feel-good hormones. So you will naturally feel connected with them. And if you have felt that, please do write in the chat box, because I know that's what happens. It does help to connect people. Now, a few minutes of silly, intentional laughter can shift your mindset as well, like nothing else. So we're going to do a quick one together. And I hope that you feel comfortable to be by yourself. You might be by yourself right now, and to laugh by yourself. I know when I first started doing it on my own, all right, it felt a little bit strange. I'm just going to read what Banjo says. Speaking of smiles, I'm seeing we can apply for, yes, okay, you're right. Okay, that's good. And I have applied for it, actually, just to let you know. I have applied for it, so that was a good thing. We can apply for dental coverage in Canada. That's right. Good. And it's really not that complicated. You get a form, you fill it out, you submit it, and you're good to go. So that's always nice too. That'll bring a smile to your face. So I hope you're willing to play with me, even if you're by yourself. I do encourage you to to do this laughter yoga with me. So let's first start with a nice deep breath in and exhale. Now, when we're going to do our breath in and breath out, I want you to give me your best, most ridiculous, over the top fake laugh. All right. And I'm talking about a belly laugh. All right. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take a nice deep breath in, and then we're gonna release it. We're gonna start laughing like crazy. All right. 1, 2, 3. Remember, we said over the top, over the top. Keep going a little longer. Oh my God. All right. All right. Let's slow it down. Let's slow it down. Let's take a nice deep breath again. And out. So, how was that for you? Did you feel that? Do you now feel that you're a little lighter after you finish doing that really, strong belly laugh? And I'll just comment in a second there, Pink Banjo. All right. Yes, after you've done that a few times, you will notice, you'll wonder what you were worried about. You'll wonder why you felt not so good just a few minutes ago, right? You will notice that you're feeling a little lighter. You're feeling more joyful. And the more you practice laughter yoga, the more naturally you'll laugh. That's one thing that I noticed a few years ago when I went for my certification and I started laughing a lot more. I noticed, I'm laughing. And I know that I wouldn't have laughed before. So just to respond, we had to be a bit older. Well, that's good. I'm glad that, because I think you had to be 65. I'm not sure. I don't remember now what the age is. But you have nothing to lose. And what I've learned recently too, just to change topics, we're talking about laughter, but just to talk about the dental care, is that it gets renewed every year, and it does depend on your income taxes. Because recently I received a letter saying that it expires, my coverage expires in June, and I have to submit, of course, my income tax. It's done, and then probably have to reapply it. I think I might have to reapply. I'm not sure if it's automatic now. I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, back to what we were talking about. Back to laughter yoga. So this month is going to be filled with moments like this, simple ways to sprinkle joy, to sprinkle laughter into your day. Next week, I'm inviting a special guest, a guest speaker. She's been on my podcast before, but this time Dr. Mohiba Jamusi and I will be talking more about how to create joy with daily habits. And I'd also like you, if you're looking at the replay or if you're live on now, to think about the week, when you're going to be going on with the week. What made you laugh the hardest this week? Now till next week. Write it in the comments section. I'd love to hear more about it. What was it that made you laugh? Did you start thinking about me laughing and that's what made you laugh? Did you start thinking of something that was funny in the past and that made you laugh? Did you see something on TV and that made you laugh? Whatever it was, what made you laugh the hardest this week? And of course, if you want to learn more about my Mindful Moments program, it's an 8-week program where I combine the power of mindfulness, meditation, and laughter to create a balanced, joyful life. I'll add the link in the discussion below so you can get more information on that too. So until the next time, keep laughing, keep shining, and remember, You're always just one deep breath away from a good laugh and from feeling really, really good, from feeling a lot better. So this is Linda G. Robert. You're back in the groove again, coach, and I will see you next week. Oh, wait, you've seen it. Okay, wait, you've seen what? Hang on a second here. Hang on, I'm just looking at these comments. What did you see, Hiawatha? I've seen it. And I know that Pink Banjo said Bill Burr. Who's Bill Burr? Who's Bill Burr? I'm not sure who Bill Burr is. Have a great weekend. Hiawatha, have a great weekend. Okay, so your best friend told you something this week. Do you remember what it was? Do you remember what your best friend told you? Oh, he's a comedian. Okay, great. So Bill Burr is a comedian. You know, some comedians I just love. I can't help but laugh when I listen to some comedians. So, you know, if you know that you're feeling a little bit bluesy, then why not put on, a Bill Burr comedy comedy video, because you'll know if you love him that you'll laugh and you'll probably feel a lot better after that. It was a joke. Okay, so your friend told you a joke. And, you know, I think that's the thing with jokes is you either get the joke or you don't get the joke, right? If you get the joke, you're going to laugh. I'm the type, unfortunately, that sometimes will not get jokes right away. I won't get jokes right away. So listening to someone say jokes, unless they're a really good comedian, wouldn't necessarily be helpful to me. What is more helpful to me is, you know, I do prefer some really good comedy shows. I remember watching The Wedding Singer. That one for me was really funny. So you have to pick and choose comedians or jokes that you find funny, or you can simply start laughing like what we've done just a few minutes ago, right? You can also do it on purpose. Maybe now I need a good laugh and I'm going to just start laughing just like that. You could do it just like that. And you'll notice, yeah, it's a little bit weird at the beginning, yeah, but you know that it'll work. It'll work. All right. So next week we're going to talk a little bit more about how to bring in a little bit more joy and laughter in our life. So thank you again for being here. Thank you so much for being here. And please do add your comments about what brought you laughter this week. I can't wait to hear more about it. And I will see you next week. And I think I'll end with a laugh.